Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the Alara Canfield Show, the Awaken to Happiness Now Global Series. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And my good friend Dr.Edwige is back with us after a few years. And today we're going to be talking about the return of your divine blueprint. And some of what we're going to experience and discuss is we're going to talk about, releasing all that's holding you back from a successful ascension journey. We're going to talk about clearing karma from current, past life, and generational issues. We're going to talk about re-entraining your mind to overcome false programming habits. We're going to talk about how to have more harmonious and meaningful relationships and increase your light levels in order to energetically evolve successfully. So all that and more. And Dr. Edwige, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about her for those of you who don't know. She is in service to humanity. She is the I am the living embodiment of the cosmic mother is who she is. The changes that she ushers in are on the wings of divine femininity, transmitting the highest and purest frequencies of love that are needed to live in the new Aquarian age of love, freedom, and miracles. They are of a feminine nature and exist to balance the strength and power of the masculine force that previously dominated on Earth for thousands of years. And because she holds a holographic divine blueprint for all star seeds, she wishes to guide you and those who seek her out through the many processes of ascension, helping you receive the complete healing available within these portals and vortexes of Christ love during this great shift. And so these frequencies and codes will help to unlock your divine blueprint, awakening your DNA and activation of the many levels of your light body as you are lifted within your physical vessel, no matter what current reality level or dimension, into the healing quantum gamma field of the source light through light language. So it's like, that was a lot. So we're going to talk to Dr. Edwige a little bit about what all that means and what is new with her. So Dr. Edwige, it's been a while since you've been with us. So
It has, and it's so delightful to see you. It's been years.
I know,
and
right?
and boy, oh boy, a lifetime worth of experiences and events have happened. I mean, more than a lifetime's worth, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. And that's what I was going to ask you. Could you just share with us a little bit more about, what's been going on with you? What has changed? I think last time you were on our show was maybe 2017, maybe 2016, 17. So I know a lot's changed. So what is going on with you now, and what are you working on or focusing on now?
You know, boy, you don't even know what a loaded question that is. So, back in 2016, I went through the ascension window, if you will, when my I am whew, was escorted in from the Council of 12, and that was the cosmic mother, that part of me. And so for these last 5 years, it's been an ongoing integration, an ongoing levels and levels and more levels and layers of my light body coming in. Literally, I could show you picture, and I might because there's only a handful of people here, right?
Mhm.
I will show you a picture of what it looks like because now I do these weekly transmissions, and literally the light is coming in and transfiguring. And so that is what's going on. You will see where I am almost all light. It's just my feet that are discernible, and the rest is just a glob of golden white light.
Mm.
That is the process that I have been in. And quite honestly, not doing a lot of interviews, not doing a lot of those things, um, because it takes every bit of energy to be this divine being and to become more integrated with self. And so it is a true process of surrender, a true process of letting go all that you think you know, all that you've mastered, and then completely surrendering and trusting this divine aspect to completely take over. And so, in the midst of it, I actually released a second edition of my book, You're Not Crazy, You're Awakening, just to share more of the principles that I have gone through and the processes that I have gone through. Um, because I tell you, it's quite interesting on this side. You see differently. I see things pixelated. Right now, I'm in energies and I have my team helping to hold me in my physical body. As I'm sitting here speaking with you, I am light and floating away. And so it's learning how to operate from a higher state of consciousness and awareness where you're still in your vessel, but because you're in such a lighter, higher state of that vessel, it takes time to integrate into it and to be able to function. You feel like you're in a bubble. You feel like you're in a bubble, and that bubble is just floating along. And at times it taps into where someone is so that you can assist them. And then that bubble just drifts off and floats away. So that's what I'm feeling right now in this moment. Um, and it is amazing, and it is to be honored. And I don't like to use the word humbling, but I tell you, it is.
Mm.
And that's where I am. I am constantly being brought out into the cosmos. It's fascinating, Alara. I have gone and sat with the council. I've sat with source. I mean, and I bring in these transmissions and these messages that are just so profound, that we started recording and transcribing and literally capturing every bit of it in pictures, so that there is no dispute.
Mhm, mhm,
When you can see the light move through the room, and then it's at your feet, and then it moves up your body, and then you transfigure into it. There's no denying. And that's what I've been doing. Literally, that next book will be all of the transcriptions that when I go into this state that just pour forth. The book of knowledge is within. And
mhm,
so I'm bringing forward the sciences, and I'm bringing forward the truth of who we truly are, who Yeshua. Whoa, what just saying the name activates within. Matoya Shemimi Amum, Kiatoria Chiniro Ichinimam, Ikiskaya Makukikai Anuni Chititi Ato. It is just so profound and so beautiful. So, in a nutshell, if you can call that a nutshell,
mhm.
that's where I am now.
Powerful, powerful. Because I remember you were going through a major change at that time, and
Yeah.
integrating more of your light body at that time. And I remember
Mhm.
you had shown me one of the pictures. You had sent it to me privately. One of the pictures of what was coming through. And it's like, wow. And so now it's like a couple of years later, and so much more
Oh yeah,
of you has
that
shown.
that's kindergarten. That's a kindergarten picture.
Yeah, yeah.
If we had to compare, that would be kindergarten. This is graduate school.
Mm. And
This is graduate
only a
school.
few short years.
Yes. But again, that's a testament to who I am and why I'm here, holding those templates and able to anchor those energies into Mother Earth and to assist humanity as I am here to do. Wow. And so that part is beginning to, and all these different aspects that are me, because they're now all in, just as they will come forward. Whew, and so you might hear the change in my voice.
Mhm.
You might see my mouth start to move differently, as yeah, they might have something to say. Oh, indeed.
Mhm. Awesome.
Indeed. And you'll feel it. Mm,
Good, good, good. And that's the thing, for all of us who are here watching, listening now, be open to receiving this transmission, right, from Dr. Edwige and her team. Be open to receiving the love, be open to receiving the light, right?
that's what it's all about.
Mhm.
you know and that's the reality of it. Everyone who's here is a star seed. Everyone is here is ascending. Everyone who's here is on their path already, and it's just for some clarity. It's just for some recalibrations to the higher energies, frequencies, codes that are coming in, that will begin to modify and let go of the old so that more of your true essence can come true. It is all about your true essence and allowing that part of you, that divinity, that part of you. You see, because it is such a process, as I have learned, because all of that is going to be in this vehicle. The vehicle is the body. And when we talk about ascension, we talk about the initiations. Mastery of the physical is the first initiation. And it is one of the most important, because all that you are is moving into this vehicle. And so it's so important that this vehicle um, return to balance and harmony.
Absolutely. So, we were talking about, you were talking about the ascension journey, and that, we all are on an ascension journey. But
Mhm.
what can we now start to let go of or release that's been holding us back from having ease with this ascension
So,
journey?
so the first thing, because I just spoke about the physical body, I would say the first thing that we have to release is the dis-ease. You
Hmm.
see, your body, believe it or not, your body has a little bit of fear attached to the idea of, you want me to surrender? Are you leaving me? Your
Hmm.
body actually thinks you're leaving it, right? And so it's to, on a daily basis, have a conversation with your body to say, you're safe, you're whole. I see myself perfect, whole, and complete. I see myself one with my divine essence. I see myself perfect, whole. And so as you begin to talk to your body and communicate with your body and let your body know that you're not leaving it, and so it can release the disease in it, the dis-ease within it, it can release the pain, it can release all of the things that is showing up just to remind you that you're here. Right?
Hmm.
Hey, you're here. Pay attention to me. I need your attention. And so you're going to have those things within that body because you're not giving it the attention that it's saying it needs. It needs to know that it is safe, that it is loved, that it matters, and that it's going along with you. So that's the thing. If you were to start at that, that would be tremendous because that means you're going to pay attention. Hey, body, do you want me to drink this glass of water right now? Is this glass of water exactly what you need? What is it that you require of me to do for you so that I am a good steward of you? And so that's really looking at the physical body in a much more expanded way, not just, oh, I got to get enough sleep, I have to, exercise. No, no, no. It's about communicating consciously with the vehicle, because the vehicle is what's going to move you, the vehicle is what's going to house you, the vehicle has to be ready to move up in lighter, higher density. And trust me when I say that is not an easy process. I pulse and vibrate all the time. I
Hmm.
lay in bed pulsing. I lay in bed expanding and feeling the whole body as energy. I observe my body when it goes to sleep. I observe my body when I'm leaving and coming back into my body. I observe it. And so it's to honor that vehicle, the vessel that's going to house your God self. It's not an
Beautiful.
easy task, folks. It's
Yeah.
not. And it's simple saying, oh, yeah, mastery of the physical. No, no, you don't really understand what the physical must go through to be that vessel.
Hmm. Yeah. And that's powerful because we have been talking about communicating with the body, being in communion with the body for a while, but even still I think it's even a broader aspect than even that you know
It
um
is.
mhm,
And when I show you a couple of pictures, you'll see exactly what I mean because it takes all your energy. So that means you have to feed it just right and you have to ask it exactly because it takes so much energy to transform the physical vessel. You think you're taking your vitamin C and your magnesium. Trust me when I say you're probably not taking nearly enough. It
mhm,
is that much energy that it expends in the body to be able to sustain and do that. And then when you start to see things pixelated and you can start to see movement, for example, um, I can be sitting down and I will see something happen right before it happens. So, for an example, I was sitting at my counter in the kitchen and a friend was over and she was preparing, I had made soup and she was preparing a bowl of it for my mother. Well, I saw her take the bowl to my mother. And then all of a sudden, moments later, I see her taking a bowl of soup to my mother. I'm like, but
mhm.
no, 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 you already did that. I just saw you do that. Right. And it's like,
Yeah.
okay, where am I? And then another time, I see myself come around the corner to my kitchen and I'm like, okay, I just walked here. And then seconds later, I'm doing the same walk. I'm like, no,
Mhm.
no, I already did this. And so you see, all the timelines and things are coming together. And so that's another part of this as old timelines collide, collapse, and you move into the here and the now and the present, where you are your God self. And in that, you bend, fold, and mold time. So there's a lot going on.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. A lot of what's going on, we're not even aware of. We're not even conscious of.
No. And so imagine when you begin to become conscious of it. Imagine when those things begin to show up for you. And it is then mastery of the consciousness, right? Where you're off autopilot and you're actually aware of self 24 hours a day. You will be aware of yourself sleeping. You will be aware of yourself moving in time and space. You will be aware of yourself. And that's another part of it. Really letting go of what you think you know and expanding yourself so that you can actually see more of a truth of who you truly are. Because when you start to recognize who you truly are, then the least among us can do this and more.
And so this is possible, like you said, for all of us. It's not just for the select few, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. That's where we're going, right? And it's for those who have chosen it. You have to make a choice. And your soul has already made that choice. So those who are actually in the awareness that there's something going on, then I would say that your soul has made that choice for you. So you came in for this time because this was the time of your great awakening and ascension. Those who don't have any idea that anything like this is happening, it's because their soul said, we still have more growing to do, more lessons to do, and they will continue on the 3D journey, and that is perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I want to talk a little bit about karma. I'm hearing, in the industry, how, we no longer have to worry about karma anymore. Which I don't know. I don't buy
Does that make
myself.
sense to you?
No,
Would that make sense?
it doesn't
Okay.
make sense to me. That's why I said,
Because
I don't know about
aren't
that.
you accountable for every action that you take? And as a conscious being who is supposed to be operating from a place of love, sure, your intent is to always do no harm. So that means that you're just more mindful, right, of your actions. You can't go out and harm someone and think it's not going to come back to you. In fact, what will happen, it will come back to you sooner so that you can clear it up right away and it doesn't manifest into anything big.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. We're becoming more consciously aware of self. And if you are then to operate from your heart, then you wouldn't be choosing to do anything that is harming another. So to say your karma is going away, that's silly. Your karma is cleared, right? All your old debt has been cleared. It's up to you not to create a new.
Okay.
Confirmation. Love that.
So all our old karma from past lives, generational, ancestral, is no longer an issue. It's just what we're creating now.
Well, here's the thing. For some, if they've not done enough work, then it is still an issue, right? But if you've done enough work, you've set the intention that you're clearing it and that you're really earnest in it, then it's much easier to release. You don't have to do such hard laborious work to clear it. It's almost instant. It's just by giving it some attention, it can be cleared, as opposed to having to work diligently at it. So there's a big difference in the energies, because the energies that are coming in are allowing us to be able to move through things a lot faster than before, because we're moving up in higher density and higher frequency. So you just can't be sit there like a bump on a log and say, okay, I don't have to do anything. It's clear. I'm done. I'm good. No, you have to put a little effort in.
Yeah. And we are still here living and creating our lives. It's not just a matter
and
of
every
just
day making choices.
Yeah.
So you still have to be very mindful of those choices that you choose to create, because you're the creator. So what are you creating in every day? So if you're doing things that aren't in harmony with Mother Earth, and ascension and truth and harmony, then you're creating dis-ease and imbalance. Everything's supposed to bring you back into harmony, and you're supposed to be doing that consciously. So if you're not, you're creating the opposite.
Yeah, it is. We are making choices every minute, so we have to be. We are accountable for those choices.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, you have to become consciously aware of yourself.
Yeah.
24 hours a day. You even give thanks to your heartbeat. That does it automatically for you. It's you begin to pay attention to yourself. You begin to truly be the steward, the good steward of the temple. Right? And a good steward consciously knows your thoughts, constantly knows your emotion, constantly knows your habits, constantly knows everything about the vehicle. And that's what this is about. You becoming a good steward of the vehicle. So that means you know what's going on within all of your bodies. You're aware of your thoughts, your emotions, and where they're leading you so that you can change it before it goes to something that is too negative that's going to manifest into something you don't desire. So the master says, let me tap into my emotional body, my guidance system. Oh, I'm feeling wonderful. I'm feeling safe. I'm feeling secure. I'm feeling peace. Wonderful. I must be having positive thoughts. I will continue this trajectory. But as the master consciously, oh, I'm feeling something that's out of balance. Well, before it manifests into something I don't desire, that could be karmic, then let me go back and what have I been thinking to get me to this place of this emotion? And then let me change that, clean it up so that I can have a better feeling thought, and then I continue. So it's again, you becoming the master.
Yeah, absolutely. And becoming aware, it's about
It's
living life
awareness.
consciously instead of on autopilot.
Correct. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's what consciousness is, the awareness of self in every moment. And that's where you're going to ascend, to move into the higher realms. It truly is, you have to become aware of yourself.
Yeah.
24 hours a day. Like I said, I'm aware of me laying in bed when I'm sleeping. I'm aware when I all of a sudden I'm lifting off out of bed and levitating and going somewhere. I'm aware. You have to be aware of yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's not easy, I'll be honest.
That's the process. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
new work, if you will. The old work was, okay, let me learn how to meditate. Let me learn how to get still. Let me learn how to breathe. Okay, now let me learn how to clear this and let me learn this. That was, okay, that was the early stages of school, right? But now that you're graduates, now let me become consciously aware of self. Let me know that I consciously can choose to have this thought because my monkey mind no longer runs the show, because I am now connected to my higher mind, my God mind. And my thoughts come from this higher perspective of who I truly am, this divine being who has chosen to be here in this time. Big difference.
Yeah.
Beginning to recognize yourself as the God and Goddess that you are and acting accordingly, which is a big responsibility, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah. And we are responsible for our choices, how we behave, how we think, all of that. We are
All
responsible
of
for
it.
that.
All
Yeah.
of it.
And that's not something negative. It's actually quite empowering when you recognize that, yeah, I'm
It's
responsible for
beautiful. It's
everything.
beautiful. Yeah, and that's the thing. We really are learning, right, to become those masters, to be sovereign, and to be self-governing. To be self-governing. It's like, okay, I understand that I'm one with source. Now what would source do? That's the self-governing part. Act as if. Act as if you are the God of yourself today. Act as if. It changes everything that you think, say, and do around you, because you're coming from this higher point of reference. And that's what becoming the master is. You go through all those stages, in the offer: mastery, the physical, the mental, the emotional. Then what do? Now you become the master and you self-govern as such.
Yeah. Wow. Powerful. Nice. I love it. So Deborah was asking a question about something. So she's asking, is just acknowledging a block or fear enough, or do you have to know the root cause to figure out how to release it?
That's a wonderful question, and it really depends on what the block is. Sometimes just knowing and saying, okay, I let you go, it's gone. And sometimes if it's deeply seated and you just have that sort of mind where you need to know, then you just simply sit in a quiet meditative state. Ask your subconscious, show me where I first experienced this, and let it come forward. And as that comes forward, because what's going to happen, you're going to see, the odds are that it happened in childhood. The odds are, from your slighted or small perspective, right, piece of the pie, you saw it in one particular way, and that's not the actuality of it. That's your reality, but that's not the actuality. So if you ask yourself to show you when you first experienced, you can go in from this broader perspective and now just observe all that's going on. So for an example, let's say you're 6 years old and something happens and, you know, for the first time you feel unwanted. And so now you go into a meditative state and you ask, show me where I first experienced this sense of being unwanted. And you go and you see that your parents were busy and this one was running and this one was doing that, and you felt neglected and unwanted. But then let's expand the picture. Oh my goodness, you know, your father was working 2 shifts on a job to make ends meet because times were rough, and your mom was busy trying to do her part. And so they loved me and they showed me that when they could and when they had a moment to breathe. However, they were so busy trying to provide a good home for us that they just didn't have the energy left over to then spend that quality time that me, the little 6-year-old, really needed. But I took it as I wasn't good enough and they didn't love me enough and they didn't show me enough. I understand. I can let go and forgive you, Father, for I understand now and see what was really going on. And I forgive you, Mother, because I really see what was really going on. And I forgive myself for holding on to this for so long. Let it go. Because the truth, wow, there we go. Because the truth of the situation is I was loved so much that they ran themselves ragged to take care of me. Thank you.
Wow. Goosebumps all over. Yeah, thank you.
Do you see the difference?
Absolutely.
So it just depends on where in your body you're holding it. It could be, hey, I'm releasing this idea of not being loved because I know I am, right?
Yeah.
It depends on your state of awareness and consciousness of yourself. And if you still are, unfortunately, that little child is still running the show so deeply, then you're going to need to go in deeper and go back to where it first occurred. And I just showed you how to do that.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. And
Absolutely.
Sandra was asking about, you know, when we were talking about karma, what about new babies and karma?
Mikuyu shirai ayamoto shayadias yayamayamatcho ashea. The babies are coming in karma free. Yanonia shayamoro akianonia shayamoro ayanuya shayamama. The babies are coming in Christed. Matoyeshi ninonia shayam. Whoa, the babies are coming in for the shift. Yes, yes, yes. They're fine. But it's our duty to take care of them and to make sure that they're safe, secure. It's our duty to make sure that there's no false programming going into them, you see. And so that's why there's still the work to do with their parents, because that's where the programming comes from.
Yeah, for sure.
The babies are coming in innocent and pure and perfect and whole and have such gifts. And so they're to be honored because they're already one with Mother Earth. They're one with the cosmos. They are a blended, what's the word? They're a blended vehicle of the two, of the earth energy and the cosmic energy. Oh.
Good, thank you. And Joe was asking about clearing generational karma. Karma we came in with and have created in this life. So both the generational karma, so we don't have to clear the generational karma anymore, or the karma that we came in with. We just have to now clear the karma that we're creating now because we're not aware. Right?
Well, again, we said it depends on what that karma looks like for you, and some might have to go deep in. And you know, in the day when I was doing lots of sessions, I would go into the solar plexus, your power center. Whoa, and I'd access that akasha and see where the lineage, where the karma was coming from, and if it's through the lineage, and if, because a lot of times there are curses, a lot of times there are, you know, what is the words I'm looking for? And it's because I'm so not here. These English words are like escaping me.
So curses
When you
and
make
vows.
and vows, thank you. Yes, vows and all of those things that your family made that carried on. So you might even want to do a process to make sure that you're clear. Go into your solar plexus, your power center, anywhere where your power was taken from you or through the lineage, and then call back your power. And as you're doing that, you're going to feel and see if there's somewhere where there was a vow, a covenant, a creed made. And if it is, you're going to clear it from all timelines, all dimensions, all realities, anything that is in any way blocking you from standing in your sovereign power here and now. Any entity or any being, not of the light, that usurped your power. You're going to cancel, clear, revoke, rescind, again, all timelines, all dimensions, all realities, any agreement, backup agreement, and mirror agreement that was made through the lineage or through you in any timeline, dimension, reality, and clear it. And then it is. Whoa. Did you feel that?
It's
I just
possible.
felt that.
Yeah. Yeah. I just got tingles all over.
Yeah.
So yes, it's possible, Joe. Thank you for asking that question too. Yeah. Awesome. Oh my goodness. I'm suddenly, I was really
Yes, yes.
hot before, but now I'm like cold all of a sudden, so the energy is moving.
Mhm.
All right. So everyone's asking questions about karma. I thought this was going to be like a small little piece, it's like, interesting, about what
So here's the
people are
thing
asking.
about that. Yeah, it's interesting because guys, get in your hearts and begin to operate from that place of knowing and from your hearts. And in that place, your heart cannot do anything. It can't create anything that is not of love and light. So your main thing is to learn how to operate from the space of your heart, where it cannot create anything that would harm anyone, including yourself. So if you can daily operate from that self, you're not going to create any new karma. Learn to operate from that space. That's the key to this.
Yeah.
You have to get into your heart. You have to know how to get into your heart, and then you need to stay there in that tiny chamber of your heart. Anything else from that space of your heart, you can clear, right? You can clear any misuse of energies, any miscreation that you've done, anything that anyone has done against you that you're still holding. Let it go from the space of your heart unconditionally. Anything that you've done to another in any timeline, dimension, or reality, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let it go from that tiny sacred space of your heart and operate from that place where you won't create any more karma. I think that should probably sum it up for karma.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Thank you. So yes, we still have to do a little bit of work on ourselves, a lot of work, but
Clearly, if they keep asking, that means you still have some issues there. And as long as you have issues there, that means it's showing you. And again, what a gift. And let's not look at it in a negative, let's look at it in a positive. Because if it's coming up, that means it's an issue for you.
Mhm,
And this is an opportunity to let it go and to clear it.
mhm.
That's all this is. And we have to have compassion with ourselves, right? For ourselves.
Yeah.
Because you're on the path. And the path is, as long as the path is for you, it doesn't matter, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Because you're on it, which means you get there, right? The
Yeah.
road is leading you home. And so take your time, settle into it, do what it is you need to do so that you're confident that you're on the path. That's it.
Yeah.
Does
Just
that make sense?
stay on the path, stay in your
That's
heart and
it.
stay on the
Stay on
path.
it. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk a little bit about, and we maybe have already covered this because we were talking about karma and so on, about re-entraining our minds to overcome
Oh,
this false program
yeah, yeah,
beliefs
yeah.
or
And
habits.
that's a lovely thing. And I like to do that when I do my heart meditations. Go into your head. Just consciously see yourself move into that tight, confining space of your head. Let's all
Mhm,
just go there for a moment.
mhm,
You're there using your inner vision, your imagination, and you can feel that space between your skull and your brain. You feel it?
mhm.
Yes. And it's kind of tight and you can't really move around a lot, but that's okay because you're consciously there now. Now just look down at your brain and look at all the grooves, all the nooks and crannies of your brain. That's entrenchment. Those are old programs. Now, let go of those old programs. And how we're going to do that? We're going to send in from the cosmos this beautiful golden violet light. And this golden violet light's going to come down in a cord and it's going to move down over your skull. And now it's going to move into your brain and watch this golden violet energy as it moves into all those nooks and crannies, all those entrenchments. And it's going to go right in on top of that energy and it's going to begin to shake it up and transmute it. And then, as we allow it to be transmuted in those old limiting programs and thoughts about yourself, now we bring in more of the golden energy and we begin to reprogram with divine joy, divine peace, divine purpose, divine love, divine grace, divine wisdom, divine will, divine joy, divine harmony, divine prosperity, divine knowing. And see all of those beautiful ideas and aspects of the divine now moving in and filling those spaces that have been cleared. And they might create even different pathways, if you will, different grooves, as the old ones might be filled up with the golden violet energy and creating new ones, or they've been transmuted enough to fill up with the new. And just hold on to that as you observe in your brain this transformation. Makui she ai hai matori she kayam shoi she ikiatori she makoya sai ikipiani no she adikaya makoya she makoya sho makoya ti ayam. And you are, you see, you are, I am the light, I am the love, I am the joy, I am the peace, I am the grace, I am the power, I am the purpose. Mai I no she atiji anori akayama. Ayama koyati shiniro ishiniro ise asayama. Ayama koyati ni atoriati chinikusakai amayama. Ayama koyati ni atoriati chiniro sasai ayama. Ayama yapatoriati chiniro ishini atoria sai ayama. Ayama yatori ayana koche eni anoya shea dia jiria dose ayama. Ayama koyati ni atoria se I say ayama toshiniriati chiniro se ase ayama yama ko echini atoriati chiniro so ayama yam. Beautiful. And just feel those energies moving around in your head. Kayamatoshe-sha. Ayamatoshe-sha. Yatori kaseyamato yatichine seyasaya yamatoshe yasia sia yasayama ito. And breathe. Ay 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 amatori atichine roshe ashi ay amatopikasakai ay amatopikichinire asay ay amatopichini otose ay amatopini atichine rose ay amatoshine otua. Yapakoi ay 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 ay. Ayamatori ay 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 Yamatori Atiniro Yatiniro Yatiniro Yamakuishe. Yayamakuyashe. Yayamakuyashayamo. Ayamakuyashe. Anoinshe atose asamia. Beautiful. Lovely. And when you're ready, just take a nice breath and open your eyes.
Wow, I didn't want to open my eyes. Didn't want to come back.
Yeah, welcome to my world.
That was so powerful. Oh my goodness. How's everybody doing? I can barely talk. So how's everyone doing? Yeah, that was quite powerful. I don't even know where we're at now. Can't talk. I can't talk. I'm just like, I'm done. I'm done.
And so, to be honest, imagine being in those sorts of energies all the time. That's my world. Imagine now why I say it's so important. You're clearing, by the way. Go ahead and release it.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm sending you love for your husband.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yes, yes, yes. Trust. Yes, yes. There we go. There we go.
Whew. Feeling a lot of, in my throat, you know, in my mouth and throat, there's a lot of something or other happening there. It's like,
yeah, it's very hard to stand in your power and speak your truth, you see, of we are love, we are this, when something opposite of that begins to show up in your world, you see. And so there is, yes, that creates restriction. But the truth of the matter is, everything is divine.
Yeah.
And so we have to see everything is perfect, whole, and complete, for that is the truth of who we are. And then we bring them back into that, right? Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm still releasing, still processing.
Yeah, trust me, I get it. I have some who will take days to, I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, you're still releasing.
Yeah, still feeling a
And
lot
go
of
ahead and
energy.
release it from your throat as well.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's like on the upper palate, and there's also down here. It's like it's
Whoa.
really, it's weird.
That's okay. Let it go. Let it go. Yeshe ato sasabiya. Atachenor kushe I am. You see, for the word is the will, is it not? And so it's so important. It's so important that regardless of what you see showing up with these two limited eyes, that you only speak truth. So even when you are describing what's going on in your home, medical, whatever it is, that you speak it in a way that is a truth. I see myself perfect, whole, and complete. I see you perfect, whole, and complete in a loving, supportive way. Speak with your empowerment.
Yeah.
Don't let the situation to dictate how you speak. Speak it in a way that lifts everything up. Do you see the difference?
I do, absolutely. I'm like sweating now.
It's all good.
Everybody just keep breathing, keep processing, keep releasing, you know, just like
yes,
it's all
welcome.
good.
Welcome.
It's all good.
Welcome to my world.
Whew.
Welcome.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Wow. Yeah, it's great. It's great. Yeah, keep breathing and keep letting it go, you know. So even if you're feeling some
And if you have
discomfort,
some water,
keep processing. It'll be fine.
it
It is
always is.
fine. It's always
It
fine.
is fine. It is perfect, in fact.
Yeah.
It is why you came forward today. It's why you decided to show up for this call today.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's perfect.
And you know, as we are doing the processes, as you're speaking, as you're transmitting, as you're being you, we are actually we are increasing our light levels, right? We are.
That's the whole process, folks. That's what I do. I am bringing in those higher frequencies, making room for them, right? Is the glass half full or the glass half empty? Well, guess what? It needs to have space so we can add more into it. And that's what we just did, especially, you know, where it comes to consciousness. Confirmation.
Yeah. Whew. Wow. So yeah, Deborah says she has some discomfort on her right side, just below her rib. So that's why I was telling her to keep breathing.
Yeah.
You know,
Keep breathing.
Keep breathing, keep expanding, and it'll pass. It's just clearing stuff out. You know.
Yeah. So it's just allow the energies to move through your body. The energies are finding those places where you've been holding restrictions, right? And resistance. And so we're just going to allow it to move through and work where it needs to work within your vessel. There we go.
Whew.
Lovely.
Awesome. So, let's talk a little bit about, just really quickly, just a few things about our true purpose. This is always such a big thing for people, but let's talk about what our true purpose is within the divine plan.
Is to be. It's to be a pillar of light, and it's to be love. You know what? Guess what? Everyone has a piece of the puzzle, and everyone's piece is different. So I am who I am, right? Cosmic Mother. Okay, that's fine. You are whoever you are, and your purpose is to be the best you. Your purpose is to fully awaken and to let your light shine. And that's not easy. As you see, look what's going on right now, right? So your purpose is for you to fully awaken and become consciously aware of who you are as a divine being, and then to begin to act in that capacity. And in that capacity, you show up in any moment, however you show up, to be of assistance and of service. So it is simply that, to be the divine you.
Yeah.
That's it. It's not, you don't have to teach a class. You don't have to be a Reiki master. You don't have to do any modality. You become the modality. You are unconditional love. You are peace. You are grace. You are the light. And so wherever you are fulfills your destiny and purpose if you are that in every moment. And so your job is to become that, to become it, as divine. And I have this funny thing where it's be it. I'm it. I'm it. I am it. Be it.
Yeah. Absolutely. And that's
it,
it,
folks. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Look, can we talk a little bit about the Merkaba?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. So Merkaba, body of light. It's not your light body, but it is the vehicle. And it's a vehicle that you can actually move. And yes, it has to be activated. Oh, I wish I had I actually have a picture of my Merkaba that came in the other day. It looks like a ship. It's like of light. Yes.
Wow.
And I have a picture of it.
Nice.
Yes, very. And so yes, it's that body of light, Merkaba. And in the olden days, you would have to do, the Merkaba meditation every day, and after 2 years, it would activate. Now you just have to get to a certain place of being. Everything is about your consciousness. Everything is about your vibration, your frequency level. And when you can maintain that level, then these things can begin to activate for you. And we're talking Kundalini, we're talking Merkaba, we're talking about the lower levels of your light body, right? The blue light body, the violet light body. These are the bodies of purification. Then you move to all these higher levels of your light body. And then, because your light body, the golden white one, is the one that will house your monad. And your monad is your I am, and then it will descend into you, and then you get even more bodies of light, your rainbow body, and so forth. So it's all an ongoing process, folks. And so your Merkaba is just one of those many layers that have to be activated. Confirmation.
Yeah, awesome. Oh goodness. Okay, so I'm better now. I'm still yawning,
Good.
but I'm good.
Consider you're the host, the hostess. Yes. Yeah. It's like, keep it together.
I know, right? It's like I gotta keep this together. It's like, oh my goodness, yeah. No, I'm good now. Good. Thank you.
Wonderful.
So I know that Linda has had her hand raised for a long time. Linda, do you want to unmute yourself and ask a question?
Sure. When you are doing all these, besides releasing things, are you also activating more of our strands of DNA?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. So it's a beautiful process, right? Because as we clear, we get to bring in. And so yes, it's the DNA, yes, it's the crystalline body, yes, it's all of the higher codes and frequencies for your divine template. And within your divine template would be your DNA, would be your light body, would be all of those divine aspects of source that need to come into you, because the vessel is the vehicle. So yeah, clear, bring in, calibrate, clear, bring in, calibrate. It's an ongoing process of clearing, letting go, bringing in, activating, calibrating. Makes sense? Integrating. So those words, clearing, integrating, calibrating, activating, all go together for DNA, for light body, for Merkaba, for Kundalini. All of those divine aspects, all those layers of you that have to be activated, clear, activate, calibrate, integrate each of those divine aspects of self.
So, doing that process, you're doing that for us right now.
Correct.
But how do we maintain it so that all of us here can do so?
Well, that's a good question. And that's the work, isn't it? I showed you how I set the intent, and you're
Yes.
here today, which means you gave permission for that process to begin to take place within you. So now you daily give it your attention. You've set a
Attention.
clear intention, right? Intent. And now daily you consciously give it attention. Okay, I've asked for these things to begin to turn on because I've activated them in you. So now you activate, and every day you give it your attention. Ask your team, continue this process of my awakening, continue this process of my activations, continue this process of my clearing so that I can bring more of me in. I tell you, even where I am, every evening I call on the highest, the divine highest aspects of my own divine self. I invite, I allow, and I anchor my own divine essence into my thoughts, into my words, into my feelings, my emotions, my sleep, my meditations, into everything. I invite, I allow, and I anchor my own divine essence.
Thank you so much.
You're
I
welcome. You're welcome.
Good. Thank you, Linda. Great question. Thank you. All right, Cipriana, you've had your hand raised for a long time as well.
Yes, she really definitely answered some of my questions already.
Good.
But I also want to know what I can do to clear some of my subconscious that I know it's there, but I'm not sure exactly what it is.
And that's where you begin to ask, right? When you go into that light meditative state and say, what is it that I need to work on? And then pay attention to what shows up, because it's going to show up for you in different ways. You'd be surprised. You might turn the television on and it seems like someone's talking directly to you. Or you might turn the radio on and hear a song and you're like, okay, did they just write that song for me? And so you begin to ask those questions. You also want to ask those questions at bedtime, because when you're falling asleep, you're moving into theta and delta brain waves. And when you're in these higher states of brain waves is when your subconscious is open. So as you're falling asleep at night, you're going to say to your team and to your subconscious, show me what I need to clear. Let it come forward in dream state and let me work on it in dream state. And then to your team, begin to work with me and show me what it is that I still have to clear. And so, folks, this is about you becoming active. It's about you, again, standing in your power, right? And you becoming your own self-governance. Govern yourself. Ask yourself to help you. Make sense?
Makes sense. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Absolutely.
Good. Thank you, Cipriana. And that's, again, something we can all do and work with every night before we go to sleep, and see how what Dr. Edwige said was that we can ask to do and clear the work in our dream time. So it doesn't mean always doing everything in our waking state. We can do it easily in our sleep state as well.
Because that's the fourth dimension, which means it's a higher dimensional state of consciousness than 3D, which is what we are here, right?
Yeah.
So when you go to sleep at night, you're in a higher state of awareness and consciousness. So let stuff go. Let your thought process of, okay, I'm just supposed to go to bed and go to sleep. No, set an intention before you go to bed and see what occurs during the sleep state. Another wonderful time is in the wee hours of the morning, right around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. You can set an alarm clock to wake you up and then go back into a lucid state and ask questions at that time. Put in affirmations at that time, because you're an alpha brainwave, and again, your subconscious is open to suggestion. So I would suggest that that's when you begin the programming in the wee hours of the morning, the reprogramming. See yourself as you desire yourself to be. Right? I am the alchemist, constantly changing and upgrading new and beautiful baby cells. The spirit of youth is within me, and all is well. Santi, Santi, Santi. For within me is the perfect form, the form divine. And I am now all that I desire to be, and I visualize it daily until I breathe it into expression. You see, a wonderful prayer to do in the wee hours of the morning or right before you're falling asleep, because what it's going to do, it's going to clear and it's going to transform you at a cellular level.
Beautiful. Thank you. So Galaxy, I think that's Shama, is asking, can Dr. Edwige see why I hide behind a shield? Do you hide behind a shield? I don't know about that.
Yeah. So you're already tapping in that she doesn't. So is this some part of ego saying that she is, and it's just a part of ego that needs to be addressed and let go of? It's all good. Whoa.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you
Okay.
go.
See how much fun this can actually be,
Absolutely.
folks. It doesn't have to be like, oh my God, it's so hard. Oh my. Just really just relax. Relax into it.
Yeah. Randy,
You're
go ahead.
welcome.
Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Randy.
Ah,
Is right. Let's actually do a collective.
yeah.
And feel it all the way down into your gut as you release. Oh, that feels good, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Good, Randy, go ahead now.
He's gone. It's like that just took him right
He's
away.
like, I don't have anything now.
I'm asking for help with my DNA.
Well, just like the other person, as we have just done some clearing and calibration, it's going to work on that. Yeah, you know what, though? I'm getting that yours has a little bit of, whoa. Interesting. It feels like there has been some manipulation, is that the word, of your DNA.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow, interesting. And it feels like it's been a manipulation from some not so nice galactic beings. Is that what I'm getting? So let's just see. Whew. Okay. I don't know if you can see my body starting to move. So so just breathe, Randy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeshamike because it was not of free will. So you can command it to be cleared so that your divine DNA is reactivated within your temple. Oh, ay, 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 mi arcoiche. Ooh. Boy, that feels so much better.
Thank you for your consideration.
Oh, you're welcome. Wow. Yeah. Do you feel that peace that just entered, that calm that just entered?
Absolutely. I've had that in the quantum hours ago.
Well, because what did you do? You set the intent to be here.
Precognition.
Yes, yes, yes. And by the way, it's going to continue to work on you, Randy. It's going to continue because there are several layers, and I can feel the next layer or level coming up. And so because you have given permission, yeah, it's
Yes.
going to continue. There we go. We just released another level or layer. Yeah. You see, those wonderful, you know what, know who some of us are. And unfortunately, we didn't have the protection around us so that we could enter in safely to do our work. And so some unfortunately got, I don't want to say hijacked, but misaligned, if you will. So we're just going to bring in a little more of that divinity around you to surround you in that violet flame and the blue flame. There we go. So that none of those energies can move in or do anything again, and that you just move back into balance and harmony and trueness. There we go.
Amazing, beautiful, miraculous. Thank you.
You're welcome, dear one. You're welcome.
Thank you, Randy. Oh, all right. Maria, go ahead and unmute yourself. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Hi, Laura. My question is, this has been great, but it's with dominance. I've been told there's dominance in my field.
Dominance?
Yeah, the third chakra or the solar plexus.
And so what have you done to work on yourself? Remember, this is all about you being a master, right? And so that means that you, if it even requires daily work to clear your chakras, if you know what's there, that's half the battle. Hi, baby. If you know what's there, then you, through your intention, can remove it. Whoa. So come back into your balance of who you are. You see, so we're going right to your sacral chakra and feel that, the womb, where you have been the dominant and the dominated, where you have been both sides of the coin. You see, so you've been the oppressed and the oppressor in lifetimes, because you've been the masculine and the feminine in lifetimes, and you've used sexual power and other powers to dominate and to be dominated. And so we're going to go right in and we're going to clear from all timelines, all dimensions, all realities, those lifetimes where you were the oppressed and the oppressor. We pull it out. And we bring those beautiful organs, the womb, the gonads, all those beautiful energies, because again, energetically, we are both, are we not? And so we bring ourselves right back into harmony and peace. There we go. Minini no shea dumia. Aya metokia shanuna. Epemi no kushe ninumni aso. And for all those lifetimes where you were the oppressor, if there are any souls that need to be released, yes, there are. We release them to the light. You see, and that's why you felt the dominant so strongly. It's because you've been the oppressor so strongly, and one must balance. Here we are with that karmic thing, balancing, and you now can release it and move back into harmony. And so just breathe and hold on to that belly and feel that beautiful energy of balance, of oneness with you, the feminine, and you, the masculine. And now as you feel that, you can know that you'll be able to speak your truth, your peace, your love, your power. Whoa, with grace and ease. How does it feel?
Yeah, feels good.
It's gone.
Yes.
My belly feels good again.
Awesome.
Oh.
Good. Thank you, Maria. Keep
Thank you.
breathing.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, keep breathing. Keep giving it the nurturing attention, right? And now you have to mentally know that it's cleared. And so you no longer have to tolerate dominance in this reality. Hear me.
Yeah.
You've been playing the victim and allowing yourself to be. Now it's cleared, which means contracts are done. Okay, you know what I mean.
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Destiny, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, Dr. Edwige. Hi, Laura.
Hey, Destiny.
Oh, this is an awesome call. I'm really enjoying this.
Good.
Dr. Edwige, I was wondering if you could tell me what kind of being I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with a being from a parallel reality, and it's a power and control being as well. But I mean, it's like, yeah, it's tormenting me, terrorizing me. And I've cleared contracts with this being many times. I don't know how or why it keeps coming back.
From all timelines, all dimensions, all back doors, and all mirrors. Yeah, he's sneaking back in. Whoa. Wow. 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 And just trying to feel into why he just, you're so very, very, very interesting. Like, I'll be lost without you.
Bleh, go away.
Yeah. That's what this being is saying. But I've been here for so long, I would be lost. Where would I go? I don't know what to do without you. He's living
Oh
off
my
you.
God, go somewhere. Yes, he is. Very much so.
Yes. Wow. Okay. We're just going to have a conversation with him. Yes, but you can move
Thank
into
you.
the light. You don't need to be here. He's afraid to move on. Wow. Say that again. Go ahead. Because he's
It's
what?
okay. Please. No, he's not very nice. So he's afraid to go to the light because he's afraid of what he's going to get there because he's not very good. He's not good. He's bad.
Yeah. So we're going to ask for assistance to remove him because you don't have permission to be here any longer. And so you can't. And it's not our fault that you're not going to be able to go into pure source light. You're going to go into an interim place and you'll have to do some work there. And that is just your choice because you have chosen to do this. Makoya sheni no ni atichire pasaya no kejinido echinido aina hajire kusasa. Bepatori achinitori atijinido so sesimi shumari kayamato pikiaskia none. Yechiniro pichiniro ishinini anishto yashia storia shishini adushini kia shoania nia shoastea sabia. Niro ishini onoshia we're going to put you in blue light. We're going to put you in green light. We're going to put you in all the rays so that the rays can heal and mend your physical body, mental body, emotional body, etheric body.
Wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Edwige.
You're welcome. Dear, for the next 7 days, just pay attention to your field. Pay attention. Make sure you have the blue flame around you, right? That's divine will and protection. Make sure that violet flame is around you. It's going to continue to transmute your field. There we go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Great, thank you, Destiny. So don't forget the blue flame and the violet flame all around
the violet
you for the
flame.
next 7 days. 7 days, okay?
Yes, absolutely.
Keep it strong.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Awesome. Good, thank you. Good. All right, let's take a quick little breath. And we're gonna just take 2 more quick questions, and then I want to talk about the packages that you have available for us, and we'll see what else we want to do. So Galaxy A51, A51, I don't know who that is, but how do I release resistance? I think we talked about this already on the call.
We talked about that, yeah.
About how to release resistance.
Well, it is to do a clearing process, for example, the one we did in your head or walk you to your heart. It is just to surrender. Surrender and release, especially if you know where that resistance is. And a simple thing to do is to do a daily chakra cleanse, if you will, where you balance your chakras. And as you're balancing your chakras, you're going to see if there's resistance, it's not going to spin and open. So then you just say, release that resistance at that particular chakra, because your chakras are connected to the hormones, connected to the endocrine system, connected to your whole body. So it's going to tell you where in your body you have that resistance. And so do the easiest thing is then to do a daily or weekly, whatever you're called to do, sort of clearing protocol or chakra clearing protocol, and that resistance will come up.
Yeah. And it doesn't, chakra clearing doesn't have to take an hour. Okay.
Oh gosh, no. It could
it's
be
very quick.
yeah, and you'll feel it. I mean, even if you've not done that before, then get a pendulum and then just swing it. You can just hold it. And I mean, literally, you don't even have to do it in front of the chakras. You could just hold it over your hand and ask it for a yes and ask it for a no. And now when you ask, is there resistance? And if it says yes, oh, okay, let's clear it. Okay. And it will do it. So there are simple ways to do these things.
Yeah, it's not that complicated.
No.
Karen,
we're gonna have to
Mhm.
go soon. So
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we'll just take one more quick question.
Okay.
Karen was asking, what can I do to believe I really am healthy beyond measure?
Well, first of all, if we understand the power of our words and etymology, we would know that the word believe means to be and lie. So you don't want to believe anything. You want to know it to be your truth.
Yeah.
And so what do you need to do to know it to be your truth? Oh, it's so very interesting. I see the light. You have to know it. And so whatever it takes for you to peel away those layers of doubt. So that's your thing that you are working on, your doubt. And so it's a daily, I love to use the violet flame. And so invoke the violet flame. I am my beloved, I am presence, invoking the full power of the violet flame to transmute the cause, core, effect, record, and memory of every thought, feeling, word, or action I have ever expressed in any time frame or dimension, known and unknown, that reflects fear, guilt, shame, pain, doubt, dis-ease, illness, separation, anger, poverty, lack and limitation of any kind. Transmute by the violet fire, all causes and cores not of prime source desire. I am a being of cause alone. The cause is love, the sacred tone. Transmute by the violet fire, all causes and cores not of prime source desire. I am a being of cause alone. The cause is love, the sacred tone. Transmute by the violet fire, all causes and cores not of prime source desire. I am a being of cause alone. The cause is love, the sacred tone. Do that invocation every single day.
Wow. Wow. Thank you. Powerful. So obviously, whoever said that, I forget what, Karen, obviously go back, watch, listen to this again and write it down. Okay.
Write it down.
This is why everything's always recorded. Okay. Write it down so you have it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
In fact, everyone should be doing the violet flame invocation every day.
Absolutely.
Or at least every other day.
Yeah.
It just keeps you clear. You want to talk about not creating karma? Guess what?
Yeah, there you go. There's a perfect tool that anybody and everybody can do and use. So awesome. Thank you for that. Thank you so much. All right, so I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about the packages that Dr.Edwige has for us, and they are available at alara.at/show/Edwige2. So there's package A and package B, and I also created a package C, just so you know. So package A includes package A includes the light language encoded transmissions and the path of the initiate. And then package B is the morphogenic metamorphosis, the gift of clearing meditation, the morphogenic metamorphosis meditation, and the I am my light body now. And then package C is everything.
Everything. Cool. You see, I just sent you stuff. I'm like, make a package. I don't care.
Yeah. You're like, do whatever you want. It's like, okay.
Do whatever you want. I'm like, so not attached. But do you see how that is? Not attached.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's the work. Use it. In it are all the tools. In that light language, I think it's like 30 minutes of me in light language. And there is a transmission for love. There's a transmission for prosperity. There's a transmission for clearing. It's like 8-minute transmissions making up 30 minutes in total. And so it's there, folks.
Mm-hmm. And we were talking about mastery, right? Mastery of the physical body, mastery of the mental body, mastery of the emotional body, the art of letting go, which is mastery of the spiritual body.
Yeah, so those are videos. Those are webinars that will show you step by step the process and why it's so important and how to do it. You know, you think you already know all about your emotional body. Well, you know, here's the funny thing. How many levels of emotions do we have? Somewhere around 20 different levels. And so if you're in disgust, you can't go to bliss in a blink of an eye. You have to learn how to move up the scale so that you can release. Or you think your mind is running the show. Well, it isn't. It's just there to remind you of something. And so you have to have the tool to say, you know what, mind, I got this. I know we did it like this the last 10 lifetimes or the last 10 times, but now I'm consciously choosing to do something different. Why don't you go sit and take care of this while I consciously now choose to create and think differently? So I'm really truly showing you how to reprogram and change your thought process and to be aware of your emotions and how to move from a lower state of emotion to a higher state and how you need to do all of that.
Yeah, absolutely. There's this, I mean, this whole call has been so wonderful, so powerful. There's so much wisdom, but not just wisdom, so much transformation as well. And the processing that's been going on for all of us during this call has been amazing, right? The activation, everything, the clearing, the releasing. I mean, oh my God, you're gonna have to definitely go back and watch.
I can't show up. Yeah, I can't show up and not be because I simply am, correct? And so that is what happens. And here's the funny thing, I actually wouldn't even have to be talking. I could just sit here and it would be happening.
Mm-hmm.
And this I know, right? It's not about believe, it's to know the truth of who you are. And this I know.
Yeah,
Ooh.
absolutely. Beautiful. So, do you have those pictures that you can show us or no?
Hold on. Let me hold this. Okay, you disable participant screen sharing, so you're going to have to allow me to.
I'm gonna allow.
Okay. You're going to allow?
I'm going to allow. Yeah.
Okay.
So it should be good.
So let me find. Oh, okay. So here is. Take a look at this. Oh no. Okay, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do my best without hanging up. So that's the thing.
Okay. Fingers crossed, everybody.
Exactly. Yeah. So give me a moment because I'm not. I have to think for a minute. Where are things? Okay, hold on. Here we.
Because we're curious. We're all curious. We all want to see.
I get that. Just give me a minute. It's going to take me a minute.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, I just plugged in my external hard drive where there's like 1,000 pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, it's a process of beginning to show. So let me find.
So while Dr.Edwige is doing that, I just want to ask Shama, how are you doing now? And I think it was Galaxy A51. I could be wrong. Whoever had the thing in the ribs there, how are you doing now? Because I know for myself, what I was perceiving in my throat and mouth, it's all good. And I noticed also that, you know, this week, for some reason, maybe last week, I forget, my shoulders have been really aching during these calls. And today it's not, so I'm so happy. It's okay. It's like, yes, thank God. I'm so happy about that. It's those little things, right? So I guess I was sitting in a weird way or something, or I don't know what I was doing different. Keep breathing, Shama. So your crown feels stuck. So ask it to release whatever that stuckness is, you know? Ask it to release whatever that stuckness is. You can go now, release and expand out your crown chakra. Breathe, right? You might want to bring in the violet flame just around your crown chakra to just, you know, help to transmute whatever that stuckness is. So you like all these things, some of these things we know, right? But you know, we get into our
rely
head.
on others.
Yeah. And then we like, you know, we give away our power in that way. It's like, we know these things, so why don't, you know, sometimes it's a habit of going to somebody else, but it's like, we can do it ourselves as well. And that's all that's basically what I wanted to tell you, Shama, is like, you can do this, you know, so give it a shot, give it a try.
Exactly.
And see, and at the same time, keep breathing, okay? And, you know, as Dr. Edwige is here, as I'm here, as there are so many other, you know, light workers here who, you know, like Dr. Edwige says, she's always transmitting. She's being, just be, you know, as she's here on the call, she's just being. And so a lot of us are like that, right? So be willing to receive, okay? Be willing to receive the light, the energy, the frequencies, the love, the support.
All right, so let's see. Your screen is sharing, is paused. Okay, I'm going to show you
Okay.
this one picture.
Okay.
Oh, let's see. And I'll see if I can find others. Can you see it?
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes. Wow.
I can't find the one where I'm only light.
Mhm.
But you
Wow.
get an idea.
Yeah.
Do you not?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Wow. Beautiful. Mhm.
So there's one where there you don't see anything but a blob of light.
Yeah, I can imagine. Wow.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow. Yeah. Nice. It's so interesting. You know, it's like, yeah, nice. Beautiful. Wow. I love it. Thank you. I'm gonna try and like get out of this. Stop participant screen share. There we go. Yay, I did it. And I just have to quickly go back and change this because otherwise next call, someone's gonna, you know, wanna do something and I'm like, no. Good, thank you. And so the
Okay.
thing is, you being light, showing up as light, we all are light, right? We all
Yeah.
are light. And it's
You
like,
just have to do the work, folks, to become it. You have
Yeah.
to invite it in. You have to daily consciously be aware of who you are, and then with authority, command it in.
Mhm.
You can't live by default anymore and think you're going to transform. This is a conscious choice. This is a conscious way of being and living, right? Like I said, every evening I invite my own divine essence to be the divine director. And look, it is. And yet I still invite it in,
Mhm, mhm,
right?
mhm. Yeah, so the question is, are you inviting your divine essence or are you just staying in your mind, staying in your head, staying in your thoughts, staying in your old habits and patterns and beliefs?
Yeah, exactly. Living on default, by default, and thinking that it's going to show up. Well, you have to become consciously aware and active.
Mhm.
You have to give attention to the intention.
So it's not just a matter of I'm choosing it. Yes, I'm choosing it, but also acting on that choice.
Correct. You must take action.
Thank you.
And the word is the will.
Mm.
So I will it in by my words. I invite you, right? Come in. When I
Yeah.
go to bed, the alchemist is within my temple, constantly coining new and beautiful baby cells. The spirit of youth is within my temple. So you using those words to consciously create and invite all that is within the
Mhm.
vehicle.
Mhm. Whew, beautiful.
And
Thank you.
breathe.
Yeah, exactly. And breathe.
And
Yeah.
breathe.
So yeah, everybody doing good? Everybody doing all right? And so like what we experienced today on the call with Dr. Edwige, you know, some of us, I'm still actually feeling those energies, and so we might still be processing for a while. So, you
Yes.
know, drink water.
Drink lots of water. Yes, yes, yes. And
Yeah.
stay positive and hold on to the feeling. Remember it. Use it as a marker. Use it as a marker and say, and I can tell you that if you get the package, you're going to be in it because you're going to hear me. So you're going to be in it and you can play it all the time. But use this as a marker of where you're feeling. It's a reference point. And now, okay, self, let's go back to that feeling, that energy,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah. And so that becomes a new habit, a new way of being, instead of the old
new program.
being on automatic pilot. Okay.
Correct.
So
A new program. Yes.
yeah, beautiful. Thank you. So again, Dr. Edwige's packages are available at alar.at/show/Edwige2, EDWIGE2. Please take a look at them, see what resonates with you, package A or package B or both, all, all of it, right? And
all the above, yes.
all of it. Just pick it all, because there's so much energy and transformation and wisdom available for you. So many activations are available, so much light language, but it's not just that. Sometimes it's just hearing Dr. Edwige's voice as she's speaking is going to start shifting things, like it has on today's call. Right?
Absolutely. Because as I speak, it's the tone, the sound, the frequencies, they're all coming out constantly, just emanating. And it's a beautiful thing to be aware of it. And so I'm just honored always to be this vessel.
Beautiful. And thank you so much for being here with us. And thank you everybody for all of your questions. This was a really, truly a powerful call. And I really invite you all to keep receiving from it. Okay. Keep receiving from it. Keep asking your divine essence to come through more and more, to embody more of your divine essence. Work in your sleep state to clear what's there. You know, there's so much possible for you. And there's so much information on this call for you to go back to and watch and listen. And again, more so in the packages. So please do take advantage of that. You know, it's choice. It's also action, right? So
absolutely. Indeed.
Thank you. So wonderful to see you again. Oh my goodness.
You again. You.
So wonderful. Thank you so much. All right, everyone. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Until next time, may you continue to be blessed with an abundance of joy, peace, love, happiness, prosperity, and radiant health. Sending you all much love and blessings always. Bye for now.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.